Hood, Prince of Thieves was released in 1991 and was directed by Kevin Reynolds, and it stars Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, Alan Rickman and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. This classic tale tells the story of Robin of Locksley, who we see coming home from the crusades to learn that his father has been brutally murdered by the evil Sherriff of Nottingham. Robin, accompanied by his companion Azeem, played by Morgan Freeman, and a band of outlaws led by John Little, played by Nick Brimble, decide to overthrow the evil Sherriff of Nottingham and return law and order to Sherwood. As always guys, thanks for supporting this channel. Please keep on supporting it. If you are new to this channel for the first time, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit the alarm bell as well so you can get notifications when my videos are going to be uploaded, and give this video a like as well to help the channel grow. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was released in June of 1991, and 1 month earlier to that, there was another adaptation of Robin Hood, which was directed by John Irvin, and it starred Patrick Bergin and Uma Thurman. Over the years, there have been numerous adaptations of Robin Hood. In 2010, we saw Robin Hood, which starred Russell Crowe, and most recently in 2018, we saw Robin Hood and it starred Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx. But Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is my personal favourite, and I believe to be the best out of all the numerous adaptations. Robin Hood has something in it for everyone. It has humour, it has action, it has adventure, jaw-dropping stunts, great performances, great musical score, and it has the elements of the old swashbuckling era that we saw in the 1940s and 1930s from the Errol Flynn era. For a PG film, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is surprisingly dark. There are moments in this film that are quite scary, including the scenes with Geraldine McEwen as Mortiana, the witch. I think it's safe to say that Robin Hood was easily meant to be a 12, but they shifted it to a PG film so that it can actually bring in more money and attract a more wider audience. Because there's one particular scene, and depending on the version of Robin Hood that you've got, i.e. DVD, Blu-ray, or when you see it on TV, in the final act of the film where we see Azeem and Robin Hood thrown over a wall to go and rescue Maid Marian, and they were assisted by Christian Slater's character Will Scarlet. And when they clear the wall, Will Scarlet says this:
"Fuck me, cleared it."
But Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is a well-paced and entertaining film, thanks to great direction and some good writing as well. Characterization-wise, Kevin Costner has always been a charismatic actor and been a great leading actor. He's held his own in numerous films, including No Way Out, Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, The Untouchables, but he did come under criticism for not adopting a British accent, and it did feel out of place. Some of the other actors in this film, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Michael McShane, Michael Wincott, they all adopted British accents and they were very convincing, but Kevin's accent felt out of place. In particular scenes, I just thought, okay, that's weird. Where we see Robin go to meet Marion for the second time, and she makes a request. She says, "Robin, take a bath." And you hear Robin say, "Take a bath?" in an American accent, and it just felt so weird. There were two standout performances in this film. The first was Morgan Freeman as Azeem. Morgan Freeman has always been one of the most respected actors around. And his role as Azeem in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, I will compare it to Samuel L. Jackson's role as Jules Winfield in Pulp Fiction, because these two starred in films and achieved great success at a later stage in their career. Morgan Freeman was 50 when he played Azeem. Samuel L. Jackson was 44 when he did Pulp Fiction. And Morgan Freeman has always been a dignified, comforting, well-respected actor who gives dignity and integrity to every performance that he gives. And this was no different with Azeem. And I like the fact that they introduced black people into the narrative of Robin Hood. Morgan Freeman as Azeem, he showed himself to be a great action star, a great dramatic actor, but more importantly, he had some great comedic lines in this film. And I was pleasantly surprised at the banter between Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman. These two had excellent chemistry together, and it made some really brilliant scenes within the film. You have a host of excellent American actors in this film who lend fine support. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio as Maid Marian, Michael Wincott, a legendary villainous actor who plays Guy of Gisborne, and Michael McShane as Friar Tuck. You also have Christian Slater as Will Scarlet, who has a grudge against Robin Hood. Second standout performance for me, and the person who stole the show, was the legendary Alan Rickman as the Sherriff of Nottingham. He was in full pantomime mode and was absolutely hilarious. When I saw this film in the cinema as a kid, he got all the laughs. And he rightly deserved to win a BAFTA for Best Supporting Actor. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves has a host of British actors who lend excellent support also. Geraldine McEwen, Brian Blessed, Nick Brimble as Little John. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is an action-packed film and has some brilliant set pieces orchestrated by Kevin Reynolds. Kevin Reynolds and Kevin Costner Robin Hood Prince of Thieves marked their second collaboration together. Their first was Fandango, and then a few years later they would reunite for Waterworld, but Robin Hood Prince of Thieves is their strongest collaboration. There are some excellent set pieces in this film, from horse chases, to sword fights, to the spectacular forest battle with the Celts, and the finale sequence. No visual effects, they were all practical set pieces. Add to that Michael Kamen's mesmerising score. It just heightens everything. It heightens the tension, it heightens the action, it heightens the suspense, the comedy, it also heightens the dramatic scenes, and also the more touching scenes within the film. It is one of the best musical scores that Michael Kamen has composed. There's a saying that imitation is the highest form of flattery. And Robin Hood has one iconic scene in the film that was parodied a few years later, in which we see Robin go to rescue Will Scarlet from an executioner. He pulls an arrow that's on fire from somebody's back, and he pulls it, and he fires it into the executioner's head. That scene was parodied a few years later in 1993's Hot Shots, starring Charlie Sheen. Only this time, Charlie Sheen, he didn't have an arrow, he had a chicken, and he fired it into an assassin's head. Absolutely hilarious. And that's when you know you've done something good, when you've been spoofed. That's when you know what was once something simple has now been taken to another level. Robin Hood Prince of Thieves has so many hallmarks of a classic 1990s film. It's got a great score, but a great movie soundtrack, courtesy of Bryan Adams, and the theme tune, Everything I Do It For You, which at that time stayed in the #1 charts for 16 weeks. It is such a beautiful track and it fits the film perfectly. One of the best cameo appearances ever was in Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, in which Maid Marian and Robin, they're about to get married, and then we see King Richard return. And King Richard is played by none other than the legendary Sean Connery. Another scene, when I saw it in the cinema as a kid, got a standing ovation. One of the best cameo appearances ever, and the camera just freezes on him for a few seconds. Only he could have played that role. I can't think of any other actor that could have pulled it off better than Sean Connery. And Sean Connery also starred in an adaptation of Robin Hood in 1976. And we also see Michael McShane break the fourth wall in the final sequence of the film, where he tells the audience to get out of here because, you know, they're going to be celebrations. And Robin Hood is just an entertaining film from start to finish. And the legacy of that is that 30 years on, it is still an entertaining watch. It was the second highest grossing film of 1991. The first was Terminator 2. And it was only when I watched it to review this film that I noticed that several of the actors who starred in that film are no longer alive, including Geraldine McEwen, Alan Rickman, Sean Connery most recently, and a few others. Best adaptation of the Robin Hood film. So I'll give this one a very strong 9 out of 10. So guys, that's my review. As always, thanks for supporting this channel. Please keep on supporting it because there's going to be more reviews coming. Hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit that alarm bell as well so you can get notifications when the video is going to be uploaded. Give this video a like as well. Leave your comment with what is your favourite scene from Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. Comment down below and I shall see you all on the next film review. You take care.